Hi, my name is Claudia and this is So Far So Good. Today I'm going to be doing the Seamstress tag and and then I just want to let you know what I'm wearing today. It's the So Over It silk cami top. I don't know if you can see that. It's crepe fabric that I actually got from Fabricland. So let's dive into the questions. So the first question is, who are you? So my name is Claudia. I live in Ontario, Canada. I work as a chemist in a pharmaceutical company, so basically it's like a lab setting. I'm also a mom and a wife. Let's see. The second question is, when and why did you start sewing? So there's a couple of reasons why I started sewing. The first one was that my mother-in-law was, she did estate sales and she was throwing away a sewing machine that they just couldn't get rid of. And so basically I always wanted to learn to sew, so I got the sewing machine before they threw it out. And also I was returning back to work from maternity leave, so I went on maternity leave for a year. So in Canada you can go for a year. I think they're actually changing that, that you can go on maternity leave for 18 months, which is really good. And basically returning back to work after a whole year, I had a whole bunch of reasons, well, anxiety basically. I was nervous about going from 24/7 being with my son to not seeing him for 8 hours from Monday through Friday. And then also, I was really nervous about going back to work. I was worried that I would have forgotten everything. I wouldn't be fast enough. I thought maybe I'd make lots of mistakes, so I was really worried about that. It was a big change to go back into work after a whole year. So, and also we were living through renovations as well. We just bought a new house and moved in January, so that was very stressful too. So I just found sewing to be a nice escape from everything, and also to focus in on something and be in the moment and not sit around at home and be stressed out about things. Actually, I learned sewing by watching a YouTube video. I'll probably put a link on below, but it was Learn to Sew with Gertie, and I just kept playing that video and then rewinding it and playing it and rewinding it and figured out how to thread my machine and how to use it. So that was an amazing video. So if you haven't sewn before, I highly recommend this video. So I'll just try to remember to put a link below. Number two is, question number three. So question number three is, what is your favorite and proudest make? So if you watched my last video, my New Year's resolution video, you would have known that my favorite make was the So Over It Ultimate Wrap Dress. But I'd have to say my proudest make was my first garment. So in January 2017, so just last year, I learned to sew. And I just practiced making straight lines. And then my first little project was making a little zipper bag. And then right after that, I went into garment making. So I did the Tilly and the Buttons Bettine dress. And I was just so proud that I could actually make that. Just having learned to sew, like, I think, so January 2017, I learned to sew. And then February 2017, I actually like made that garment. So I was just really proud of myself. So number four is, what is your most disastrous make? So it was a McCall's pattern. It was a Learn to Sew pattern, and I had tried to make this, I don't remember what the number is, but I tried to make, it was like a t-shirt, and I already made a couple garments already by then, and it said you could actually use knit fabrics as well. The problem is there was so much ease, and being a new sewer, I didn't realize there was that much ease in the big four patterns. And so this jersey shirt looked like basically like a basketball jersey, a men's basketball jersey on me. It was just overflowing. It was a waste of fabric. I was very upset about it. No matter how much I sewed it in, it was just still so big. And basically it ended up being an unfinished object, so UFO. So let's see. 5. Where is your favorite place to go fabric shopping? So in Canada, there isn't that many places to go actually fabric shopping. Only of recently, I've actually found that there were quite like a couple more fabric shops. So I really just go fabric shopping at Fabricland because it's the closest stores to me. I also like going fabric shopping on my lunch break because I can go by myself and I can get a lot more shopping done. And there's also Lens Mills. I don't know if they have that in the States, but in Canada there's a couple locations, so they're just like outside of the Greater Toronto area. I've gone to there and it's overwhelming because the whole basement is just fabric, bolts of fabric everywhere. I do really like their fabrics though. I don't know if they have knits. I've seen some knits, but they have a lot of quilting fabrics. They also have a lot of novelty fabrics, which is really nice. I've seen really nice like cotton, almost like Japanese prints. They also have a lot of characters too if you're making stuff for kids. I got my son actually Pokemon fabric, so I'm gonna make some bed sheets out of that. So that's really nice. But I mostly like shopping at Fabricland just because they have a great selection and I can buy everything I need there. Okay, so 6. What is your most used pattern? I'd have to say it's the Tilly and the Buttons Agnes top. I've made, I think, 4 shirts and 1 dress out of that. I'm gonna try to insert some photos right now. So I really love that pattern. I've made a slash neck top out of it, which was a dress hack that Sewn had made. I think it's Rosa Bella. Sorry if I made her. Sorry if the name's wrong. I also made a dress hack that Tilly posted on her blog. So I just love that pattern. It's really quick to whip up. And yeah, it's really flattering, so that's why I really like it. So let's do question 7. Your most dreaded sewing task is? I have to say it's unpicking an item because I've made a mistake. It's really painful to do. It takes a lot of time sometimes because I can't just rip it apart sometimes. Sometimes it gets stuck, so you have to unpick more. And basically what I've just done, spent time on, I have to redo. So that's my dreaded sewing task. 9, what is your favorite sewing entertainment? So before I really liked watching other people's sewing vlogs for entertainment. But I'd have to say now, I love listening to Love to Sew podcast. I always have that playing when I'm sewing. I'll even re-listen to old episodes that I've already listened to, just because it's a little less distracting. Like if I watch a vlog and then I hear about a certain pattern and I don't know what it is, I'm gonna have to stop what I'm doing and look at it. So I find the podcast is amazing. Okay, and then 11, what sewing machine do you use? So I use a Genome. I think it's called a New Home Edition. I'm not sure what year it is. I don't know exactly the model make. I'll insert an image there right after. But if anyone knows when it was made, because it is secondhand, so I have no idea if it's like from the 1980s or 1990s or 1970s. If you do know, that'd be great. You can leave a comment below because I am kind of curious. But I love it. I have no complaints. I've had it for a year and a half. Actually a year, not even a year and a half. It's February 2018. I've had it for a year, so I enjoy it. It works. It's great. So 12. Do you have any other hobbies? So I love playing soccer. I play on a women's league on Sunday nights. And I used to really enjoy running. I've ran a couple half marathons. I've trained for a full, but I've never actually ran a full. I guess that's on my bucket list. What else do I like? Oh, I really like art, so sketching and painting and stuff like that. So, I hope you like my seamstress tag. I don't know who to tag. I think everyone's done this tag since I think this tag is like maybe 2 years old. So anyways, if you haven't done this tag or you haven't made any vlogs, I'll tag you, I guess. Anyways, happy sewing. Okay, bye.